All right, guys, a little bit about my career profile that I made. I did on funeral services. I worked in hospice for a few years, and I worked with some of the funeral homes in Idaho Falls sometimes. So I thought this was just kind of interesting to learn more about. But the example organization I did was Woods Funeral Home in Idaho Falls. Um, Work environment for funeral services, which can be a few different jobs from the mortician to embalmer, and then a few other positions within that realm. Um, the hours can be, it's typically 40 hours a week, but can obviously, we don't always control death. So many weekends, evenings are common, but most of the time you work full time. The funeral industry. Typical stressors, obviously, you're working with um, deceased people, so families of deceased people, and um, it's also a time crunch most of the time, between 24 and 72 hours for funerals and this kinds of stuff. So getting announcements out, obituaries, all these things that go with is all falls on the majority of the time falls on the people that work in the funeral home. They're taking care of um, those things to take pressure off the family. So definitely can be a um, stressful career. Benefits, kind of normal stuff: health insurance, life insurance, retirement plans, housing, car allowances. Um, just kind of your normal standard benefits. Common tasks, like I talked about, taking care of announcements, getting obituaries out, filing death certificates, doing embalmings, that kind of stuff. Um, Setting up the funeral services, running the funeral services, the burial, all these kinds of things. And like I said, it's a short period of time, so pretty stressful. Um, let's see. Education, it's an associate's degree with some training. You have to be, they, what I read a little bit about, they like you to be involved for a longer time before you work full time, as well as like an internship. Um, and I guess there's some state exams that you pass for certain positions in um, the industry. Um, Salaries honestly surprised me. It was more than I thought. Starting out on the low end, I saw anywhere from 30 to 45,000, and upwards of like a funeral home manager about 160,000 plus. Um, but it just depends, and what position you're in. There's a few different um, positions, obviously. Um, Miscellaneous information, having business skills. I think it fits well with what we're learning because you're helping people in a stressful time and a hard time in their life with family. So being able to console people and help people is a big thing. And also, interesting thing is that the career projection it showed um, about within the next 10 years a 4% decrease in jobs. Um, and I guess one thing I'd be is because we're getting to the kind of toward the latter half of the boomer, uh, baby boomer age. So I might have a part of it. But I learned a lot. Just that's just some of it, but it's very interesting. It's something I honestly could probably see myself doing. Like I said, I worked in hospice for a while, so hope you learned something new. Thank you.